A small, regional town in South Australia is throwing its support behind a couple who are set to be deported next month after living in the country for 18 years. Navi Kaur is an aged care worker and her husband Vik Singh is looking to work in aviation. The couple have a long history in Goolwa, a town of roughly 9,000 residents on the mouth of the Murray River. Together, they ran the local Indian restaurant for almost 5 years. Read more. John Farnham's shock cancer diagnosis when uncertainty over their visa situation forced them to close their restaurant last year. Kaur got her qualifications in aged care, while on a bridging visa, and worked through the second half of the pandemic for years.The Health. However, the couple have been given until September 30th to leave the country, or be deported, after their third application for a ministerial intervention was rejected last month. So far, more than 35,000 people have signed the couple's petition imploring Immigration Minister Andrew Giles to allow them to stay in Australia. Australia is home for us. This is the place where we want to be, where we feel like we are destined to be, Kaur said. I left India when I was 18 years old, so long ago that I can't even remember it. I can't connect with India anymore. Read more. Everything you need to know about Sydney's latest train strikes. Kaur and her husband, who met and married in Australia, have been living on bridging visas for the past 8 years. The couple's visa woes began in 2014, Kaur said, when a man posing as an immigration lawyer lodged an incomplete application for a permanent skilled visa on their behalf. He took $30,000 of our money and ran off. When I went to his office to find out what was happening, it was empty, Kaur said. The couple then went to an immigration agent, who lodged another application for a different type of skilled visa but failed to file all the required paperwork, leading to its refusal, Kaur said. Migration Solutions CEO Mark Glasbrook is now acting on behalf of the couple. Like many vulnerable migrants, Kaur and her husband were taken advantage of, Glasbrook said. Prior to us working with the family, they got some poor immigration advice and they also had a number of situations where they were exploited, he said. In order to get a permanent Australian visa, Kaur and her husband would have to leave the country, unless Immigration Minister Andrew Giles chose to intervene, Glasbrook said. There was a strong case for the minister to allow the couple to stay, he added. Navi is an aged care worker in a regional part of South Australia, where traditionally it's very, very difficult to find aged care workers, Glasbrook said. It's an area that was deemed during COVID to be a critical care sector by the Department of Home Affairs. So, in that situation, you would think that there is some merit in allowing her to remain in Australia working for her employer. Glasbrook said Navi and her husband's case was just as worthy of intervention as other recent cases which had caught the minister's interest. Earlier this month, Scottish solar electrician Mark Green and his family were given a last-minute reprieve from deportation after their case drew widespread media attention and South Australian Premier Peter Malinauskas put their case to Giles. Glasbrook is now preparing another last-ditch application for Kaur and her husband to have their case considered for a ministerial intervention, based on her aged care work, their community support and other recent immigration decisions. Local Mayor, Keith Parks, as well as federal MP for Mayo, Rebecca Sharkey, have both written letters in support of the couple to Giles. Parks said he was happy to back the couple who were very well liked in the community. It's a shame, they've come here, started up a good business with a good following and the community took them on board, they fit into the community nicely. The government is talking about opening up more immigration for skilled people. Why send these people back? They're already here doing it. 9 News. Com.au has contacted Malinauskas and Giles for comment. Contact reporter Emily McPherson at emcpherson@9. Com.au